Welcome back to the third hour here on Antigua Barbuda today. And the Wadadli Youth Pen Prize was launched in 2004 to nurture and showcase the literary arts in Antigua and Barbuda. This year's competition yielded a number of winners, one of whom being the first place winner, Kevin Liddie, who joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm great.
Okay, so tell me, what inspired you to enter this competition?
Well, going through a time of personal situations, tragedy, we were at our church, Vibrant Faith Ministries, and the coordinator, Margaret Irish, she said, all of you are entering. So I said, well, I'm not really in the mood to enter anything. I'm not in that mind space for that. And she said, no, I put your name down already. So my daughter entered as well, and she wrote a poem called The Beach. And I said, oh, let me come up with something quickly. And so I thought about it, and I used aspects of personal life as well as fiction, and I created a story called Mildred Easy. And that was the inspiration.
That's so funny that you didn't even want to enter, or wasn't in the mood to.
Wasn't in the mood to.
But then you ended up winning.
Yes, yes.
So tell me, how did that feel when you emerged first place for that competition?
To be honest with you, I literally cried. Because it was a difficult year for me and my family, and I had to just take in the moment and say, wow, I actually won. Because I've been writing for many years. People know me in some circles for poetry writing. I've never written a short story before. It's my first short story writing that I've actually put out to the public. And it was amazing that I was successful. So I'm elated. But I'm more elated, to be honest with you, for my daughter. She's a very inward person. And hi, Angelique. She's watching us. She's in school now, online. And she basically wrote a story that encapsulated her life in terms of the beach. She's an avid swimmer. And she wanted to tell a tale of that through poetry. And my tale encompass more stories about mental illness and some drama with it, as well as a little twist at the end. It's an amazing story.
It sounds amazing. Now, speaking of your daughter, she's 13 years old, correct?
Yes.
And she also got, what, third place?
Third place.
How does that feel that you yourself and your daughter were able to work in the top 3 of this competition?
Yeah, I think she was shocked at first. She said, oh, I don't know what that means, kind of thing. But I think as the day went on, the moment was really special because father and daughter, never been done before. And we just want to thank Wadadli Pen for that opportunity because it made us bond closer, obviously. And I think writing releases the emotions and the drama and who you are inside can come through writing. So that's what happened.
So you always knew that your daughter was an exceptional writer like yourself?
No.
No?
No. My daughter is a swimmer. She's represented Antigua for swimming. So she's known through all of us as swimming. I know she has the capacity to do many things, but when our coordinator said, Angelique, you're going to write this, and we had some workshops down at our church, Vibrant Faith Ministries, and she wrote something, and we said, oh, this is pretty good, actually. And so it's so being that she actually came third place. So there's hidden talent in us, definitely.
Definitely. Let's speak specifically about your piece, Mildred, now. I know you just said that it dealt with, mental health and
Yes.
those kind. How did you, what inspired you to write about that, and what inspired the name Mildred?
Well, Mildred is a character that I always like. I'm a very creative thinker. So I like to use fiction and imagination a lot to maybe work through some things. And so I said Mildred would be, the main character's name is John. And the story is that John, who just got some pepper pot and fungi from a neighbor, was walking down the street going to Fort James, which is my favorite beach. And as he's walking along, Mildred is accompanying him. So they have a dialogue about John's personal life and what he went through in his personal space. John is divorced. And so John is dialoguing with Mildred, and basically he was telling Mildred that he don't want to talk about his life because Mildred is a very enough woman. She loved to talk about people's business. And she kept nagging John about, about his life. And in the end, he got very angry to the point that he began a tirade. He got so angry, he just began cussing, walking down to Fort James. And the people started coming outside to wonder what the commotion's all about. And so when they reached Fort James now, Mildred was on a roll. And basically, she said, your eyes get angry. And John just couldn't take it anymore. He hit Mildred. He slapped Mildred. And she said, you're such a loser. He hit her again. And lo and behold, when the crowd gathered to see the fight was with John himself.
Wow. So Mildred was a figment of his imagination.
Mildred was his split personality.
Wow.
Yes.
I did not expect that. I thought you would have said like Mildred was like an imaginary friend or somebody he's just seeing, you know, but not
split
his
personality.
Wow. Wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very interested in that story already. Is there any way that, you know, the people in Antigua and Barbuda will be able to read?
I believe it'll be on the Wadadli Pen website, which we can furnish to ABS for later. And we've recorded it, and my daughter has recorded her piece, and all the other writers actually have recorded their piece. So it'll be interesting for the public to have a listen and just critique and enjoy the stories. There's so many stories that came out of this competition. And I want to thank publicly Ms. Hillhouse, Barbara Arundale, Best of Books, and all the sponsors. They were phenomenal. Listen, this is a journey for me, and I'm going to stop. I said, okay, I won this. What else can I win? But I've always wanted, to be honest with you, I've always wanted to write a book. And I said, I have to look for a ghostwriter. But now I'm thinking, maybe if I take my time, and because I already have an outline for my book. If I take my time and I already have an editor already, why not?
Well, see, you already answered my next question because I was going to ask if you have anything else in the works in the future. But, you know, now that you realize your daughter is also a great writer, would there be maybe a collaboration?
I would say so. She actually wrote me a poem last night. I said, Angelique, you're so creative. I want you to continue writing. And her teacher, Margaret Irish, encourages her to. So she wrote me a piece last night that just floored me. It was basically about a guy speaking to a memory of a dead person, but you didn't know it was a dead person until you saw the twist. But that storyline was basically about him encountering loss, but you wouldn't know. So I think we have that edge in us that we need to develop.
I love that. And I'm definitely looking forward to reading that book whenever it comes.
Trust me, you will love. If you love drama, you'll love it.
I love drama. Trust me, I love drama. So definitely, thank you for being here today, and congratulations again to you and your daughter.
Thank you.
And again, I'm looking forward to both of you, your future endeavors.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right.
Okay.